My question is, how did you get your start, and what words of wisdom would you impart on somebody young who is possibly interested in getting started in film production, directing, special effects, and that kind of stuff?
I guess now, the way I started was actually I was living right here in Dallas, and I'd always wanted to try animation, and I finally got inspired when I used to go to all those traveling animation festivals, and there was a guy in Dallas who had a film in one, and they had his cells on display, and I thought, wow, this is back, it's going back a ways. People did stuff on film, and you drew, and and I just thought, wow, there's a guy in the town I live in, that got a film in here. There must be cameras you can rent and stuff like that. Anyway, it's kind of that build it and they will come. I didn't, I'd always fantasized about going into comedy or something like that, and finally just thought, I've got no connections. I'm just going to do this, and I'll learn it, and maybe in the process meet people of like minds or whatever. But I ended up just calling information and sending out VHS tapes, and I felt really silly. I was like calling 411 and saying, yeah, MTV, please. Comedy Central, please. And then, you'd get like a rude secretary and say like, oh, hey, I kind of look for names in the credits maybe that were a little lower down on the credits, that don't get as much mail. Sent out these tapes, and within 2 weeks I got all these calls back, and I think at the time I was 27 or 28, and I was thinking, man, why didn't I do this when I was 19? I went and got a physics degree and worked all these jobs.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike. Big fan. I noticed in the movie that some of the main characters had some real breakdown of the concepts of morality. I thought it was a dream sequence that she actually slept with Brad. I thought Brad was going to end up sleeping with the neighbor. And it's going to be huge confusion, like in Office Space. And then we watch the breakdown, and then we watch where she actually kills the guy from a heart attack. Huge concepts that I had such a hard time relating to, but clearly I'm not supposed to be okay with it. So, how did you reach this point? And then basically, my question is, how did you reach this point, and how did you get the producers to agree with you that was okay to keep in the story?
Yeah, I guess that was a little bit of concern, like, is this stuff a little too harsh or whatever. I don't know. I just kind of went for it. It was one of those things. It started out as a idea, like a friend of mine and I were talking about, and then I think there was enough stuff in the script that a lot of actors wanted to play that I don't think anyone was too worried. Also it's it's low budget. We don't have to you can experiment around, and if it doesn't work, it's like it doesn't have to have a perfect heartwarming story if it only cost $8 million. So I don't know.